I do it for the culture, I do it for the people, I do it for the love of it. I do it for the culture, I do it for the people, I do it for the love of it. My people build pyramids of light and the filament. Our light is heaven sent. That's right, we intelligent. Better tell the president the culture at his residence.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Aisia Townes, and you are now tuned into the Culture Podcast. What is going on? Did you guys enjoy episode 1? Because Angela Flowers is absolutely dope. Please check her out on Facebook and Instagram, and also make sure you're always checking me out. Okay, so this is episode 2. Episode 2 of season 2 of the Culture Podcast is here, and I am in the studio with a new member of the Culture Podcast team. Yes, give it up. I hear you clapping. Yes, absolutely. This is T.C Lewis, a.k.a. Indigo Papers. T.C. Be Easy in the studio. What's going on, girlfriend?
Aisia Townes, thank you so much for having me. So happy to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to have you here, and I'm happy because, you know, doing the podcast has been great. Building a team has been trying, but it's possible. You know, the creator will allow for you to go through certain things so you can come out on top. And you learn your lessons. So I'm building a team, and you're a part of the team. And
thank you for welcoming me into the roster.
For being welcomeable. Ooh, y'all heard that? Yeah. Welcomeable. Y'all like that?
Welcomeable.
Google it. Hashtag it. Put it on the shirt.
It's the Culture Podcast Dictionary.
Okay, there you go, right there. So everybody, we're gonna do something a little bit different because this is a New York coming out of me. I'm talking a little bit too fast. I'm usually getting into people's business, and I'm interviewing them and asking them questions. T.C. Be Easy, Indigo Papers, T.C. Lewis is going to interview who? Me. Yes, you heard it. You're welcome.
Yes, let's get into who you are.
Let's get into it. I'm ready.
You're always delving into, the people promoting the culture.
Okay,
and
the Culture Pod.
We need to know who is the Asia behind the Asia.
Right, because it's like two people. Yeah. But it's really like not.
Ooh. Two but not two.
Two but not two. Hashtag it, put it on a shirt.
Okay.
I like it.
Well, first let me start off. Again, thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
What a delight to be in your studio today.
Oh,
honored and blessed.
Because it's nice. It's a nice studio.
Yeah, it is. Nice, cool, and climate controlled.
Climate controlled. Right on the building. Yeah, absolutely.
So first, I want to ask you, burning question, how did you come up with the concept of the Culture Podcast? Why do you do this?
I know I don't want it to sound cliche. I do it because I love it. And I also, how I came up with it, I was pregnant with my youngest son, and I was, working, had a job, still have a job, and doing what I do. But from early on, I've always been a creative, been very different, musically inclined, but a writer. I love to talk. I love to entertain. I love to make jokes. I love to listen. I love to provide my opinion and flip it and provide it and serve it to the people. Podcasting for me was new. I had never listened to a podcast. I haven't never... but one of the first podcasts I've heard was Two Dope Queens. Yes. And also Still Processing, which is on Spotify. Shout out to them. And Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club, her podcast. I got onto podcasting by my then boyfriend, who is now my fiance. Okay. we'll get to that.
Talk that talk.
Right. So I got into it because he, he's like, I think you should do that. I think you'll be dope, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, oh, wow, Okay, so I started researching. I was about 5 months pregnant. I started researching and incubating the creativity of it. I didn't I guess I'm about to come up with a podcast. I start meditating intensively, listen to other podcasts, searching how to create a podcast, how to have a successful podcast. And I want my podcast to be meaningful entertainment. I didn't want to just be talking about any and everything, just randomly doing it. I wanted to talk about any and everything and have a voice and a meaning behind it. You understand what I'm saying? Not just entertainment, but I wanted to provide our people, our culture, the culture podcast plug. Ooh, right there. I wanted to provide because I have a method to my madness, and I wanted for us to be open to hearing other things because we're so used to the love and hip hops and seeing that on the TV, and I want to talk about something and that's like meaningful, like our buying power, like black on black crime, how that's a child of white supremacy, things like that. I wanted to talk about hip hop and how it's changed and the evolution, the revolution, all those type of things, and artists, and we'll get to Kanye, I guess. I guess I got to talk about that. So it derived from all those things, and I created the Culture Podcast because we are the culture that is borrowed from, stolen from, and taken in. People have taken things from us and tried to make it seem as it's there, but we are the creators. We are the natural creators of Earth. You know, we've built this country, and I wanted to shine a light on that, on the positive aspects of us, and also some of the good things and bad things about us that we need to change, that we need to unite. My message is unity in our community. My message is pride, having that pride. It's not about being racist, or it's not about being like, oh, I don't like any. It's about just having a pride for your own self, because we have a lot of self-love issues. We don't want to be this dark. We don't want to be this, that, and the third. Why not? This is who you are. You're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So these are things that I wanted to talk about, and that's where I came up with the Culture Pod, the name of the Culture Podcast, because there's a few culture pods. It's like For the Culture Podcast, which is not even us. And it's a few other ones. Well,
culture is a broad term. So
it is.
When your podcast is called The Culture, what culture are you speaking on? Who is your audience? Who are you gearing this whole show towards?
I clearly the black community, and I want for the lovers of our culture, whether you're white, Hispanic, green, or gray. I want you to be involved in the call. I want you to listen to it. I want you to laugh. I want you to be, your mind to be open. I want your heart to be provoked. I want you to get out and own what you've done, or what you haven't done, but what you've seen, and just be honest about it. I want you to let our culture be our culture, glorify us, show us love, and you don't always think we're just playing a victim. Understand the history. Understand the present, and understand the past, and understand the future of us, and it can be done. We can unify with other races. We have. I don't think we've done it completely right in a way, and I'll get into that at a later time. But yeah, no, I know my mother, she's listened to the podcast. She's like, I don't like all that cursing. I know a few people said that. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit. I ain't going to curse. Okay. I ain't going to say too many MFers, or Fers. MSC. Yeah, or Fers. So, but you might hear a damn here and there. A damn ain't bad. But definitely, I think it's for all the generations of black. Like even my niece, she's 11. She's 12. Excuse me, she just turned 12. She listens to it. And she's like, man, I didn't know that. I talk about Sojourner Truth. Different, like in school, they teach them about Martin Luther King, just the regular, which is great. But we want to know about the Sojourner Truth, the Madam CJs that they don't talk about. Marcus Garvey. It's so many of great black historians and history and whatever the case. It's so many of us. That's great. But I think we only know about a few. And that's even when it comes to writing, Alec Baldwin, just so many. Is Alec Baldwin? Alvin Ailey.
Alec Baldwin was the boss baby.
Yes, no, not Alec Baldwin, y'all. Not Alec Baldwin. He's not a black history.
He's a white actor.
He's a white actor. But this is the Culture Podcast, y'all. Yeah. We showing love to everybody, including Alec Baldwin.
Including Alec Baldwin.
No, but keep it going. Keep it on the ones and twos.
That's right.
It's for everybody. And I look forward to one day. I'm looking forward to having a youth summit with like kids and talking to them. It's so many things. Like I just started my own production company, Village Up Branding, who is the sole proprietor and producer of the Culture Podcast. Check them out on Instagram at the Village Up Branding. So I'm doing a lot of writing. The first Black Talent Symposium was this past March, which was great. So I'm excited about the things to come. I have my moments where I'm just like, man, what am I doing? I ain't making I'm making a lot of money, but it's not about the money. I love this. I love what I'm doing because the money's going to come. It's going to come. I mean, it has no other choice but to. Okay.
So are you saying this is your passion?
This is my passion. It's not like working to me. This is just what I'm doing because I love it.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. What are you doing? I know you're interviewing me.
What am I doing? Oh, no.
Mm.
Well, I mean, personally, yes, I am working on my own podcast, the Indigo Papers podcast.
Indigo Papers, what's up?
Developing a sitcom, actually.
Yeah.
Putting ideas to paper currently. So,
you said a sitcom?
Yes, a sitcom. I also have a film idea.
Okay, am I in the sitcom as the aunt? I'm one of the aunts in it. You got to have a good aunt.
Right.
Yeah. I'm probably the aunt.
It'll be a workplace comedy.
Yeah. I'm probably somebody's aunt in the workplace.
In the workplace.
I'm probably auntie workplace.
It'll be based on my current job, and
yes, I love it.
And there is a grandma character. There is all those different, the goody two shoes, the perfect girl, the dude, like, yeah, man, the helpful guy. Hey. Oh, somebody who just walked in the studio?
Who just walked into the studio?
Hey, I saw you at the gas station.
What's going on? Dr. Blue in the house, y'all. Dr. Blue. But yeah. This is season 2, everybody. Season 2, episode 2. We're really I just want you guys to get to know me. A lot has happened since the first season. A lot of great things, a lot of changes, a lot of hurdles that I've overcome. One I did mention earlier, I'm recently engaged. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
He said put a ring on it, and he listened to Beyonce. So yes, I am recently engaged. I'm very excited. The wedding is July 6th of 2019. It's going to be here in Cleveland. And I'm really excited. We're purchasing a home. So it really feels good to be this young.
That's amazing.
And doing all these big things and having a family. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, I think things are changing, but I see a lot of people who glorify the side chick and being single, and not saying being single is bad or I don't need nobody, but when you find it, it's very important. Because I know when I was single, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, I'm independent, I don't need nobody. I was that. I was that. And then I had given up. I was going through so much. You guys know I don't really talk about my personal life too much, but I had given up on.
That is the point of today's show,
right? I had given up.
Trying to flip it on me,
right?
What you doing, T.C?
Like, what you
girl.
You got a sitcom? But I had given up on dating. And then I met my fiance. And it's just
whose name is
Mark. His name is actually Zamarco. His name is DeMarco. I'm the future Mrs. Jones, DeMarco Jones. Right. And I'll be Aisia Jones, which just sounds so crazy to me.
Not Aisia Townes Jones.
No, Aisia Jones. It's going to be straight up. But I think I will keep Aisia Townes as my like professional, the marquee.
Right.
But my name is going to be Aisia Jones.
Okay.
I feel like Aisia Townes Jones is really long. Townes Jones, Aisia Townes Jones. Like it's a little flow, but it's a lot. But I'm fine with the Jones.
Well, name is a big factor in, our identity, how we see ourselves. So, a lot of women, when they get married or get into a partnership, they keep that maiden name. And why it's called a maiden name is like the history behind that.
Yeah, we're gonna dig into that.
But to keep that piece of their quote unquote original identity, to keep that in their memory, relationships, especially marriages, you can get lost.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You
get
definitely
away
can.
from yourself.
And
but
I think that's
if you're
something.
feeling truly connected with whoever you're connecting with, and branching off topic a little bit, why don't men take our names?
Zoe Saldana. That's how I'm gonna say it.
I caught that.
Zoe Saldana. Her husband took her name.
Mm-hmm.
His name
I did not know that.
His name is Frederick blah blah Zolzana.
Yeah.
Her name is Zoe Saldana. And I thought that was very interesting. I prefer, I might be a little old school with that. I prefer to just take his name. Just give me that shit.
Just make it easy.
Yeah, just give it to me. And then, no pun. And then also, like, I'm going to keep Aisia Townes.
I'm a little slow on the uptake. I got that.
Right.
Got it now.
the culture podcast with Aisia Townes. I'm going to keep that.
Right.
That'll be my, when I'm going on tours, because we're speaking that when I go on tour, on podcast tours, and I'm podcasting in front of a live audience.
That's right.
Okay. It's going to still be Aisia Townes, but I will be Mrs. DeMarco Jones. But yeah,
at home,
at the house,
in the bedroom,
in the kitchen,
in the laundry room,
in the hallway,
cutting the lawn.
I won't be cutting the lawn. I bet not
Washing
cutting no goddamn lawn. That's a divorce happening. The motherfucking lawn. Oh, we're not doing any mother and efforts, but it was just a little bit.
Right.
So, but no, I'm extremely happy about that, and also, being that this is a personal episode, I'm working on I'm on a weight loss journey.
Okay.
Healthy lifestyle journey. Change. I'm not doing a diet because I just made that a diet. I'm not doing a
mark
diet.
It down. Culture
okay,
podcast
dictionary.
Diet
Put it on diet. I'm not doing any of that, but I am keto. I'm ketoing.
Okay.
Protein. Well, I'm protein sparing fast or something like that, which is pretty good.
Or something like that.
It's something
so
like
what's
that.
the keto diet? What is it?
Keto is low carbs, high fat.
Okay.
My problem is carbs.
Okay.
So this is like the perfect thing for me because I love a good
piece
cookie
of
bread. Give me a pizza with
Hawaiian rolls.
We
just went through 2 packs.
Girl, Hawaiian rolls.
What was it? King's Hawaiian rolls. Shout out to King's Hawaiian.
Shout out to King's Hawaiian. Listen,
feel free to sponsor the Culture
Come
Podcast.
through King's Hawaiian. I might not be having you right now, but give me some time. Yes.
T.C. a.k.a. Indigo Paper.
She's having you.
On the Culture Podcast.
So come on and sponsor the Culture Podcast.
Zip code 44092.
Listen, for the 4
address.
Feezy. Come on now. So yeah, no, the Culture Podcast needs a sponsor, and Hawaiian rolls could be that. But anyways, this is what we do. We're having a good time. We having a good time.
So
season 2.
Culture Podcast. So we've got an idea of, what this is all about. What has been your journey from, episode 1, which you did put out. Mm-hmm. Your original, you called it the original episode.
Yes, the original
from
episode.
That, just shotgun interviewing.
Yeah. Well,
how did you get from that point to this point to your studio?
Okay. Well, it's come from. Wait, what's the question?
How did you get here?
How did I get here today? Outside of my Ford Escape, I got here. I think long nights, definitely long nights. Learning. I've erased the episode before, which I was just so upset about. I erased the episode because I didn't know what I was doing. Being lost, being confused, not knowing what I'm doing, looking crazy, and then perfecting the research, perfecting my craft, always saving my episodes. I'm being real technical, but it's real.
To the right folder.
Seriously, saving it to the right folder. I'm for real, man. Look, I'm telling. Oh my God, that episode was so good.
Wait, first, I'm sorry. We gotta. Who walked in the
Who
studio?
walked
We
in
never
there?
even
This is
let the people
Dr.
know.
Blue. Come on, say something real quick. Dr. Blue, he is a doctor of photography and videography. Really quick, can you just say hello?
I saw him
I
at the
know
gas
you're-
station. I don't even know this
you
man's
really?
real name.
Yes, Jermaine Gibson, aka Dr. Blue,
Dr. Blue.
videographer, photographer, also editor as well. I'm coming to the stores and worlds near you, to the TV screens near you. I will be out there. I will be getting things done, and I will be putting some projects out there to the world so they can enjoy it to their full potential.
Yes. He is also. I'm trying to get him down with the culture podcast team because I need a team. This is like what was the analogy I was talking to you the other day? It was Puffy and Biggie.
Yes.
When they started, they had nothing.
Right.
And then Biggie was like, man, F this. I ain't doing this rap. Ain't no money in it. He said, just believe. Please just believe. That's what I need, some people down like that. Because I don't got no money. Not for the podcast.
Well,
I do.
The universe is an abundant one. So while it has not yet manifested itself in our bank accounts, it is all around us.
Yeah.
We can see it in this room. We made
Absolutely.
the money.
I made
Money
of
bag,
it.
money bag, money bag.
Okay,
money bag.
come on, Cardi.
I just look like this.
Come
this
on,
is what you see.
Cardi.
But if you
Follow
if
Cardi
I
B
open
on
my
Instagram.
shirt like Superman, the S on my chest
S on my
is
chest.
a dollar sign,
That's
baby.
a dollar sign. Dollar S.
So
So would it be dollar S?
Dollar
okay,
S,
that's
yeah.
I like it.
So,
but yeah, that's how I got here. I got here by perfecting my craft, and I hope you guys are having a good time. We're having a great time right now. This is episode 2. We wanted to keep it real relaxed. It's a little bit unstructured, but it's okay. It can be unstructured sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
There's a structure to the unstructured.
Okay.
Write it down.
Write it down. Google it.
Unstructuredness. Thank you.
Unstructuredness. We're getting it done, and we're having a great time. And I'm letting you guys get to know me a little bit more closer and deeper.
So you were saying, and here I know you're the hostess with the mostess.
Okay.
This is my interview.
Yes, you're absolutely
Keep trying
right.
to take control.
You're
but I understand.
absolutely right.
So you got here, trials and tribulations, just practice, the grind, long nights, you said, just keeping a good focus. Would you say that?
Definitely, and staying positive and believing in what I'm doing. I believe in what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when you don't believe in what you're doing, I know that it's a problem.
Yes.
Because I've done things before and I'm like, I don't believe in this. And I hate doing it, but I feel like I have to do it because there's some money involved in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no money right now, but it is. But we're speaking to it. But I believe in what I'm doing, and I love what I'm doing. And I've gotten feedback, and I'm continuing to grow my audience. I'm continuing to grow my my territory. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing that what I'm doing is what I love, and I just cannot stop doing it.
Now, when did you get started officially?
My first episode was August 7th of 2017.
Okay.
But I had started to create the podcast of December 2016 is when I started working, educating myself with YouTube videos.
Right.
I actually purchased books and things like that, researching other podcasts and all the technicalities of being a producer, buying the equipment, investing in myself, getting a brand new laptop, all those things, mic stands and pop filters and all the cords, XLR cable. I never knew what those things were until now.
Right.
I feel like I can go anywhere and do a show. All I need is give me a camera.
Exactly.
Give me a videographer. What's up over there? I see you. And I feel like anything can be done.
Absolutely.
So, I'm really excited about the things to come and the things that I've overcome. I've felt like defeated. One thing
talk about that.
I felt defeated. I have felt defeated. Because one of the things, and it's just me getting out of my own way. One of the things I'm really bad at is social media. I'm bad at it. And with this, you have to post constantly. And I'm still working. It's still a work. Trust me. I was supposed to post about episode 1. And it's just, I don't know why it's such a struggle, quote unquote, but I'm not good at posting about it. I'm just not. I hate social media. I'm not a huge fan. I post about my family pictures and whatnot from time to time, but it's just like we were talking the other day. It's like a job. It's a job. It's definitely a job, and that's how people they get where they are, because then you have to continuously post
consistently, continuously, even if it's garbage. Put something up there for the people who are following you.
No,
and
absolutely.
It can be hard because you want
that good
quality
content
every time. You want quality every
Yep.
time, and you can get in your own way trying to be, a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So, so we got a good grasp of what the Culture Podcast is about. A little bit about your journey. A little bit about your engagement, the romance, the love.
And we're going to talk. We're definitely going to get into, I think we're going to talk about more relationships in this season 2. We're going to talk about, I want to be more personable. We're going to talk about more of the struggle of chasing and working for your dream. I definitely want to include that more in season 2. Definitely more guests. More prominent guests who are in the things that like episode 1. She's a certified social worker, and she's a clinical therapist. So I want more of those professions, those unknown knowns. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like she's unknown, so to speak, but she's known.
Okay.
Ooh, let that bless you right there. Let that bless you right there while you're driving. Yeah, while you're working out.
Good wordplay.
You're welcome. So yeah, I definitely gonna get into that more. I'm pretty sure
this lady is crazy.
I'm sure.
Aisia Townes, the Culture Podcast.
Okay, I know.
Stay lit.
Stay lit.
Like that is the number
you
one.
You must, and that's one thing that you have to do. I feel like to fight through the attacks of just the negative energies people want to throw at you. You got to stay lit, because if don't nobody see you, you dark. Ooh, be blessed right there. Let that bless you.
Bloop, write it down.
Listen, okay? And I know we're going to have a part 2 of this episode because we're having a great time.
Absolutely.
Feedback, listen. This is the Culture Podcast. I'm your girl, Aisia Townes. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Even though I just said I have a problem with my social media, I'm going to work on it. Give me your feedback at @the_Aisia Townes. Please listen to the podcast on Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, Castbox. Also follow the Culture Podcast at @the_culture now on Instagram. Get those followers up. And DM me, comment, share the podcast with your friends and family. Please, where can we find you?
At Indigo Papers on Facebook. At the Indigo Papers Podcast, also on Facebook. And at TCZ on Instagram. That's TEE_CEEZY.
Okay, I like it. And also, Blue, we're going to find you somewhere, I'm sure.
You can find me on Facebook as Jermaine Gibson.
Facebook, Jermaine Gibson?
Yes, and also Blue Hef. It is spelled quite differently.
Okay.
On Instagram, BLUE. Actually, it's BLUE_H, the number 3, FNA. As 3 is the E for Hefner.
Blue Hef, right on there on Instagram. So in my closing remarks, I just want everybody to stay lit. Let your light shine, because if not, we can't see you. We can't see your glow. Continue to continue to grow, continue to glow, and be blessed. And thank you guys for listening to the Culture Podcast. And I will check you guys out soon. DM me, text me if you got my number, comment, all of those things. Peace and blessings. Thank you.
The culture, all I see, IMC for the culture. It be my ID for the culture. The culture, it grows in me for the culture. For my people, I'm choosing.